All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to JHouze Radio, episode 37. We are back. We had a little bit of a break, kind of, I guess you could say. I was in the middle of moving, so I'm finally getting settled a little bit. So now we're getting back into the swing of things. How's everybody doing? Dark Legion in chat. Yeah, it's a thing on Twitch. Oh yeah, we were talking about bots in chat, guys. So bots in chat sometimes get a little trolly, but it's all good. What's going on, Los? How you doing? How's life? How you been?
I'm doing good. A little tired. I haven't been able to sleep well these past couple days.
Ah, I feel you. I
Nah,
feel
you,
you.
you know, like just randomly you have those nights where like your brain doesn't want to shut off.
Yeah, I was
And
I was kind of like that yesterday.
2 nights ago, my brain wouldn't shut off, and I'm like, it's saying, how would you spell tea in Chinese? I don't care. Let me sleep.
Dude, I've been like that lately. Right before I moved into my apartment, I was kind of like that because I was a little nervous about whether or not I was going to get it, and I couldn't sleep for like an entire week. And like off and on for the past few days, I've been kind of like just awake for no reason. But lately, I mean, I've been kind of getting back into getting some decent sleep. You know what I mean? I had a few personal things in my life that was a little stressful, but things are getting a little better now. So, do you have any PWLs this week, Los? I mean, mine was pretty light. I was in the process of moving, so I haven't really been able to do too much. But if you have any of them,
I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Um, I like the game. I don't love the game. Um,
okay,
it's just like all the other Assassin's Creed, like you can do a certain amount of missions, then you can do all the side missions, then get back to the missions, and you don't feel lost. And in Valhalla, I feel kind of lost. So like I'm literally randomly exploring, going, oh, here's where money is, here's where armor is, here's where this is, and then after a while, you're just kind of like, can I just have a mission?
so do you think the previous Assassin's Creed you played is obviously better than this one in your opinion?
My favorite Assassin's Creed right now is Origins.
Really?
Absolute favorite. But the thing about it is, once I beat the game, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm not getting the expansion stuff.
Yeah, I feel you.
I
Some
did every side mission, found everything I possibly could, and I was like, I'm exhausted. This fucking world is huge. I'm done. You
Yes,
know?
some games can be like that to me where you've been playing it for like hours and hours and hours and then you put like 30 plus hours into it and after a while you're like, all right, I'm just ready for it to be over. I love this game, but I'm ready for it to be over. Honestly. Some games can be
Yeah.
like that. I'm curious though. I haven't played Valhalla yet. How does the Viking aspect like fit into that Assassin's Creed world?
Um, okay, so you start out, I can't even pronounce the names in this game, so forgive me. Uh, the game starts out where you're a little kid, and then a wolf attacks you, and then the game fritzes out, and it tells you there are two streams in the game, a woman and a man.
Okay.
You could either choose to play as the woman, play as the man, or let the game pick which one's better at the moment. So at certain points would be the woman, at certain points would be the man. So I'll just pick the dude because the girl's voice is annoying.
Oh, really?
No, seriously, the girl's voice is annoying.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so then you do this Viking stuff, but then you set up a town. So you have to go on raids to get material to build up your town, and then you also go on missions to try to conquer parts of England. And it's okay, but it's okay. And then
Yeah.
while you're in Norway, two assassins come and they kind of teach the main character how to use the blade and things like that. And he wears the blade on top instead of underneath.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, the assassination mechanics is still pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But I'm just I don't.
Not really digging it. Not really feeling it.
One, it's not as pretty. Okay, like
Really?
Egypt was gorgeous, gorgeous. Um,
Could it be just
uh,
because of like the setting? Maybe the setting just doesn't do the graphic system justice, maybe?
you know what
Maybe.
it is? It's you're either in a forest or in a town, and randomly you'll find a shack in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So just after a while, or you'll find a church or some like Roman ruin, and you're
Yeah.
just kind of like,
Yeah. I feel you.
it's not
Uh
pretty.
Dark Pigeon in chat
Uh,
says, "Well, to you, Los, because not everyone would see it as annoying." I mean, yeah, of course, this is his opinion, obviously. You know.
yeah. There are people like my father-in-law loved Valhalla, and he was absolutely happy about it. For me, it's just this. It's just it's like I said, it's not a bad game. And it could also be like in the beginning of Origins, like I thought it was just way too tough in the early levels.
Hmm.
But then as you learn how to play, it just became so much more fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Um, but with Valhalla, I just kind of feel like the learning curve was not as steep,
Yeah.
but it's just like you're I'm always using my map,
Okay.
where in Origins at certain points in the game you can kind of like, well, I can kind of see that way in the distance, I'm gonna head over there.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you.
um yeah, but like I said, it could be just because I'm only on level 47 right now, 47 or 57, I forget.
Oh, that's pretty deep.
uh and no, 'cause it goes up to like 280, so like I'm still in the beginning.
Oh,
And
that's nothing. Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing. So it could just be the fact that I'm still learning the game, that I don't love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, the graphics look great and everything else, and the AI in the game is like interesting,
Yeah.
a lot better than Origins, the AI. But I just right now I'm just not as thrilled about it as I am with Origins, you know.
Okay. I feel you.
But still a good game.
Oh, you were talking. Dark Legion chat says the voice of the woman. I mean, I haven't heard the voice. I do like the voice of the woman in the Assassin's Creed before. What was it? Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yeah, I like the voice in that one. I like the woman's voice in that one. Ray in chat says, "Telling me Sweden ain't pretty because that's a Nordic place and I live there." Oh,
Well, in the game, it's just snow. It's just snow.
yeah, yeah,
You know, and I don't know. It's just
yeah,
I'm just not like, to me it's too much of the same countryside.
yeah. I
I
feel
will
you.
say this in the game: the climbing challenges, like to get to sync points,
Yeah,
that's a challenge. Like you literally got to map out. Okay, I'll go here. I'll go here. I'll go here. I'll go there.
yeah,
Um, but it's just for me, like, if when you're in England, it's all forest, and when you're in Norway, it's all snow. I don't know if it changes later in the game. Like I said, I'm only in the beginning of the game,
yeah.
but it's just so much of the same environment and so much of the same thing. And again, it's just my taste. You know,
Interesting.
I didn't like what was the one in Syndicate is the one that is my least favorite.
Oh yeah, I did not like Syndicate at all. I I I hated Syndicate. Sorry for anybody who likes that. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I was not a big fan of it. Um,
Uh, Ray, is it Ray Baldak?
Ray
I'll say Ray.
Balda. Yeah, I just said Ray. I
There
didn't
could
even
have
say
possibly snowed during the summer.
it.
I don't know. I
It
doubt
could
there'd
be.
be snow. I doubt there'd be snow during the summer, but like I said, I'm only in the beginning of the game, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I might try it out. I just don't have I just don't have a lot of time for like big open world games right now, honestly. So I may eventually get
that's
to it.
that's the games I like the most because I feel like I can do something and walk away and then come back to it and not feel lost.
Yeah. I
You
feel
know,
you.
um, and again, I'm gonna play the game all the way through, and it could change a little later for me. But again, I'm only in the beginning. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Okay.
You know,
Interesting.
I will say this much though: I do like how um, they really like they have the long houses,
Yeah.
uh, the how you have women warriors in there and things like that. I really do like all that stuff. Like from what I understand, they really did the research about the culture
Yeah.
and of that time, and they said it's pretty accurate. It was pretty good and everything else.
Yeah.
Like I said, I enjoy the elements of it. I enjoy things like that, but again, maybe it's just I haven't played it enough to really enjoy it. Maybe there are differences in the countryside that I'm just too much of a city boy to realize.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me, I've been playing. Haven't been watching much of anything. I haven't been listening to much of anything. But I did at least take a little bit of time to play this game called Ghost Runner. I played the demo. If any of you guys heard of, I mean, if any of you guys played it before, what's the game that it's like? Damn, I can't think of the game that it's like. But either way, it's a first-person game, fast-paced. It's first-person platforming, which you don't really see too much of, and if you do see it, it's usually not great. But it's a first-person platformer game. You're a cyber ninja, basically. I don't know much about the story. I didn't pay attention to it. It was only a demo, but it's pretty fun. I played it on PC. The
Ooh, that
platforming,
looks nice.
dude, the platforming is amazing, especially for a first person game. Because I usually don't like first person platforming, but it's amazing. You have enemies that shoot at you. You have enemies that throw things at you. You have the option to obviously block, and the only weapon you have is your sword, basically. So you can slash guys, or you can hit projectiles back at enemies. You can run and jump off of walls, but if you get hit one time, you got to restart from the last checkpoint. Like,
Yo, that's awesome.
no matter who you're fighting, if you get hit one time, so it's, I mean, like, you're meant to die a lot. Like, you're meant to learn the pattern of the enemies and things like that, so that way you don't die, obviously. But that's the fun part about it, you know, because just learning the pattern and getting everything right. They have this supposedly has a community behind it already that does speed runs. Well, not really speed runs, but like best of time basically for each level. And this game is on all platforms. It's on PC, PS4, Xbox, and all that stuff like that. I don't think it's on Switch though, but I'm probably going to get it on PC. It's pretty fun. Yeah, Ghost Runner. That's what I'm playing right now. I'm probably going to buy it pretty soon, honestly. All right, so that's what I'm playing. Los, what is your random fact today? You always have the good ones.
My random fact: space smells like seared steak.
Really?
Yes. When astronauts come in from their spacewalks, they say that their suits and everything else smell like seared steak.
Oh, could you imagine? Hey, Ray, getting off your spaceship or whatever. You're hungry as hell, and it's like, dude, you smell good, dude. Like, yeah.
They'd be like, hey, this ain't this kind of space mission.
Let me get a taste of your soup real quick. You smell like some nice seared steak. Let me get some.
That just sounds so wrong, dude. That sounds so wrong.
Let me get some A1 sauce in that space suit real quick. Oh man.
And with your luck, the guy's name is like Alan or something.
Marvel's first MCU TV show has ended. The season finale was last week as of today. And overall, I just want to get your thoughts overall on the show. What did you think from Marvel's first TV show?
It got better as the show went on.
Okay.
The first episode for me was the worst episode.
Yes, I have to agree.
But it just got better and better and better and better. From the Halloween episode on, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like how they played the storyline with the storyline of Vision dying, being broken apart, putting back together, being put all white. It's from West Coast Avengers. And I like how they did it. But it's also way different than the comics.
Oh yeah. I mean, they had to Hollywoodize it a little bit, basically. If that's even a word.
Not only that, what's her name? The one who's the bad guy in it, the one with the dark hair, the witch.
Oh, the witch. What is her name again? I forgot. I'll IMDb that. I'll IMDb.
Hold on, I got IMDb open right here. Her name is Agnes.
Agnes, yes.
She actually plays Wanda's mentor in the comics, and here she plays the bad guy. So yeah, there's a lot of different things between the comics and this, but I kind of like the way it was all wrapped up and going in a different direction. So I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. My favorite is still the Halloween special. Side
note, chat, or listeners, this is going to be heavy spoilers. So if you have not watched WandaVision yet, obviously you might want to wait on listening to this episode until you watch it, because we're going to be talking about spoilers basically.
Yes, but if you like spoilers, you're in the right place.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought it was a good show, and I have to agree with you. The first episode was a little bummer. I mean, it wasn't really much of a bummer. It was just it started off slow, and we were confused about what was happening. We're like, wait, why is this a TV show? So it was a little weird. And yeah, it did get better. My whole thing is, what was the point of them introducing Quicksilver if he wasn't really Quicksilver and he was just a random guy in the basement? What was the point of
To
that?
mess with her.
But I was expecting like more from that. Like I don't know. I just thought it was weird that it was just like a random guy. I mean, I understand that they want to mess with him, but for them to do such a big twist like that, I figured more would have came from it. But it was.
No,
You don't think so?
I actually like the way they did it because one, uh, it was a shock to everybody who was watching it, and who are big Marvel fans, and they're like, wait, this is the guy from the Fox universe. So I
Yeah.
did like that. I did like that, but it also left you guessing and scratching your head as far as what was going on. So that's the main reason why I liked it, because it was a curveball you didn't expect, but it was a curveball that went nowhere, which kind of helped wrapped up everything and help have Polaris. Not Polaris. Is it Polaris? No, it's not Polaris.
Wait. Who you talking about?
The
The guy that played that role?
no, the girl, the sword agent.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name either.
Monica Rambeau.
Rambo. Yeah, Rambo. Okay.
Rambeau, yeah. Because her character in the comic books at one point becomes Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I do know about that one. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's cool that they introduce her character. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what they do with her character from here on out. Um, I mean, I think the show was good, especially for their first TV show. Basically, this is definitely going to affect like the future of Marvel from here on out. I think this is going to lead into kind of like the Doctor Strange universe, basically, with all the crazy, just out of this world things that's going to happen in that universe. I think this leans into that because now we're dealing with witches and things like that, supernatural powers.
Yes.
Yeah, this is basically the sequel to Age of Ultron, but the prequel to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and the thing is that people don't realize the series takes place in the course of a week.
Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yeah, so so it's 8 days, 8 episodes,
Yeah.
and everything. And this is literally 2 weeks after they kicked Thanos' ass. This is the show takes place 2 weeks after they kicked Thanos' ass. Her 8 days of a story, and Falcon and Winter Soldier. That
Yeah.
show takes place at the exact same time as WandaVision does. That's why none of the other Avengers show up to help her, because they're all off doing something else.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
actually wondering that the entire time that I was watching the show was like, where is everybody else during this time? Like, what are they doing? How come nobody's not like getting involved in this situation?
yeah,
Interesting. Interesting. Another side note that was kind of funny that this show takes place in New Jersey, FYI, supposedly.
yes.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice nod to us New Jerseyans.
Well, it makes sense if you figure, like, if you work in Avengers Tower, you may want to just commute in from Jersey.
Yeah, because it is in New York, technically.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is in New York.
So it kind of makes sense that way, and Vision would want to be close enough to New York to report for duty
Yeah,
as an Avenger.
sure.
And he lived, and supposedly this is in Bergen County.
Oh, really?
Yeah, supposedly it takes place in Bergen County.
So do you think they actually filmed it here, or do you think it was just like on set, just claiming that it was in New Jersey, you think?
No, they filmed in Atlanta, but they said it was in New Jersey, and like internet buffs started like Googling all this shit and blah blah blah, and it winds up being in the middle of Lodi in Bergen County, New Jersey.
Oh, really?
I think it's Lodi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jersey's getting some love, chat. Jersey's getting some love.
You know what I like to know? Why do people make fun of Jersey?
I don't know. Chat, please chime in on that. I would like to know if you guys feel the same way or heard people say the same thing, but I have heard a lot of people just say, like, anytime you say, "Oh, I'm from Jersey," they're like, "Ew, you're from Jersey." I'm like, Why? Like, what is the disgustingness about? Like, I don't.
I've never understood that.
I never understood it either, and I've lived in Jersey my entire life. I mean, maybe it's the Jersey Shore aspect. I know a lot of people watch Jersey Shore, the TV show, and they figure, oh, well, Jersey Shore, that's how all of Jersey is, and it's not
But
at
they don't
all.
realize those people are from Long Island and they came down to
Exactly.
Jersey.
Exactly. They're not true New Jerseyans. They're from New York who just
Exactly.
migrated to New Jersey and they live on the beach where it smells like crap half the time. But just because the beach smells like crap doesn't mean the entire New Jersey smells like crap.
Yeah, and people don't seem to understand like Jersey is really divided into three sections. There's South Jersey, who
Yeah.
calls anyone who's not from South Jersey Bennies. Bergen County, Essex County, Newark, and New York. That's what
Yeah.
Benny stands for. So they're Bennies. North Jersey is a lot more like New York in attitude, and Central Jersey is kind of more like the chill spot, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Jersey is separated into like three parts, honestly. I've
Yeah.
lived in
Well,
probably every part.
really kind of six if you think about it. Because there's the half that's a Giants fan and there's the half that's an Eagles fan.
Which is weird because it's like you would think that you would have more Jets fans, but it's like no, we just get the Jets. We go from Giants or Eagles. That's it.
Yeah, but the Jets aren't the New Jersey Jets, they're the New York
Oh
Jets.
yeah, true. They used to be the New Jersey Jets. I was so pissed off when we lost them as our state team. I really did. Now we just have the New Jersey Devils. Where WandaVision left off, like, do you see a WandaVision sequel? I mean, not really a sequel, but like a season two. Like, what do you think happens
No.
here from with Marvel in regards to WandaVision?
I think that Doctor Strange will run into another Scarlet Witch in another reality and have to ask our Wanda to show up
Okay,
and help him.
I
That's how
can see
I
that.
see it.
I can see that.
Because Wanda is the only person that exists in every universe and is almost unchanged in every universe.
Interesting.
Oh,
Uh,
Mephisto would be so good
yeah,
in
Thanos.
Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
Thanos
No,
coincidentally in
Mephisto.
chat. No, I was saying his name is Thanos coincidentally in chat.
Oh yeah. Because
Doctor Strange
Mephisto's
movie, yeah.
essentially the devil in the Marvel universe.
Honestly, that's who I thought was behind this whole thing with WandaVision. I thought it was Mephisto pulling the strings. I would have never just guessed that all of it was just Wanda just being hurt, just being sad about losing like the love of her life. So she pretty
Yeah.
much she just went through she just went through a moment, man. She went through a
Yeah.
moment. She didn't know how to handle it, and eventually she realized, holy crap! Like I'm not causing mayhem, but I'm like actually hurting people, like almost
Yeah.
killing people, basically. So, but Mephisto, people have been speculating all over online that Mephisto was like the next big baddie in Marvel, next to Thanos, basically, but even more powerful than Thanos, obviously. So if we can get a Mephisto, I'm down with that, dude.
I would like it to be Mephisto, but I'm not sure it will be Mephisto, and I'll tell you why.
Why not?
Supposedly, at some point during this phase of the Marvel universe, the Young Avengers happens. Galactus would be better. Uh,
Galactus. Yes, I forgot about
yes,
Galactus.
Galactus would be much better, because the Young Avengers get introduced some point during this phase of the Marvel universe.
Hmm.
So that's why Ant-Man's daughter was brought up in the previous version. Wanda's kids are brought up and things like that. So that's what the thing is, And then there's the Captain America kid version. I think he's called the Patriot Kid or Patriotic Kid.
Okay.
Yeah, supposedly Silver Surfer is going to show up in the Fantastic Four movie.
I I hope he does. I've been waiting for like a better Silver Surfer since the last like tragedy that we had, honestly. But
Um,
I feel like we're gonna have to wait for that, for a little bit. I don't think he's gonna come like as soon as the Fantastic Four film drops. We might have to wait for a little bit.
the Eternals are definitely coming. Yes, and we spoke about the Eternals. That's the first real multicultural cast of Marvel.
Yes. I'm dying. Yeah, we talk about the Eternals all the time. We talk about how hot Selma Hayek is. We always jump on that. But yeah, I'm waiting for, because we were supposed to have the Eternals in November of last year.
Yeah,
So now we kind of don't even know when we're getting it. We don't even know when we're getting Black Widow, which is supposed to come out before the Eternals. So
yeah.
we kind of can't get Eternals until we get Black Widow, which sucks. Uh, Daniel says Dust to Dawn, fine ass. Yes, Dust to Dawn. She stole the show. Selma Hayek stole the show in Dust to Dawn.
Bro, and she looks the same.
Yeah, I know. I've seen
She
her.
sold her soul to the devil to look exactly the same. I don't know
Yeah,
how the hell she did it.
I'm like, what pool of youth are you drinking from, woman? Isn't she like
And could I
60?
just have a sip? You know what I'm
Seriously.
trying to say?
How old is she? Like, you know what? I'm gonna Google that. Selma Hayek.
I believe she's 55.
There's no way.
Google it.
Chat. I'm about to Google Selma Hayek real quick. See how she is 54. Oh my god. 54 years old. She looks amazing.
Bro, she looks in her 30s, early 30s.
Oh man. That is insane. Like I can't wait to see her in Eternals. Like I just can't wait to see it, man. So predictions. What do you think, whether it's realistic or not, even if it's something that you wish for, what do you think we're going to get from Winter Soldier and Falcon?
I think we're going to get two things. I think we're going to get them hating each other, supporting each other, and both of them arguing that the other one should take the shield and take the role of Captain America.
Really? You think so? Well, it could be a
Yeah.
prediction too, but
The
interesting.
reason why is both have been Captain America at one point in the comics.
Okay.
Um, uh, I do think that it's Sam, right? The Falcon, Sam.
Sam, yeah. I
I think
believe so. I believe
Sam
so.
Sam is a better fit for Captain America because he really is like the all American type guy, loves football and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
While Bucky has too much guilt still on his head about being Winter Soldier. You know,
Yeah, I feel you.
so I think Sam is a better fit. I just don't like the fact is when he became Captain America in the comics, a lot of people were really upset about it, and I didn't know why until I read it, and they said because he was black, and I'm kind of like, why?
I wish that side note, Dano says gotta go, okay. I see you at work on Saturday. All right, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Once again, thanks for
See
the
you, Thanos.
biddies. Thanks for the bits, man. I'll catch you at work, buddy. Um yeah, I feel like this whole race thing, people just need to get over it, man. Like this is 2021 now. Like just get over it. Honestly, like people made an issue, and we talked about it, about us having a black stormtrooper in Star Wars,
Yeah.
and it's just, by this point it should be normal to just see different cultures, different races get the spotlight. So
Um, like for me, take race out of the picture. For me, it made sense because that was Captain America's right hand man for decades. So it's
yeah,
kind of like, if Batman dies, you expect Robin to become the new Batman. You
exactly,
know,
yeah.
for me, it's the same formula. And the two people that I know, like I can honestly say, yeah, they're American, 100%.
Yeah.
Both of them are black.
Yeah.
To me, they're like super American. Like when I think of America, it's them. They were in the military. They play football. They're like, like everything about them is American. As American as a cheeseburger.
As American as a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I just kind of think that a lot of it has to do with people not wanting the status quo changed. But if things are stagnant, things get bad, whether it's a pool of water or whether it's your food that you left out overnight,
Yeah.
your loaf of bread. Things need to change, and
Yeah.
change make things better,
Yeah.
People had a problem with Miss Marvel because she was Muslim and from Jersey City.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, a Muslim superhero. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
you
Does it
know,
really matter? I mean, It's if anything, it's all about. It's not all about, but part of it is about representation. Just seeing different people in different situations from different cultures, even if it's traditionally a black person that plays the role or a white person. You know, if it fits culturally, depending on what their like race is and what their culture is, if it fits, why not experiment? I mean, look at what we're getting. I think we're still getting a what is it, a black Cinderella or no? Like we're getting like some movie with a black female character that's usually a white character. I forgot what movie it was. I
I don't
thought it
know.
was Cinderella. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But
The only character I think you cannot change their race is Blade.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, because certain situations, depending on the character, you kind of can't change their race because it. If you change their race, it literally changes the entire story.
No, for me, it's because of the way the way he is written. He's written with such a very narrow room for expansion that I really think changing it would really make him a totally different character.
Yeah, it would.
You know,
Yeah,
um, if there was like a Blade that died and then someone else took over the mantle, I think that can be done a lot easier than them just kind of, you know,
yeah.
switching it up for no reason. You
I can
know,
see that. Yeah, yeah.
uh,
True.
like the Punisher could be anything, Captain America can be anything, Wonder Woman is another one, has to stay Greek because of the way it was written in the background.
Of course. Yeah,
Um, but other than that, really, every other character can be changed. I mean, there was a Black Superman at one point.
yeah. True. True
You
indeed.
know,
So other than that, guys, that's pretty much what we wanted to touch base on today. Today's gonna be a pretty short episode. We just really wanted to jump into WandaVision, and give our thoughts on the future of the MCU. Today's been kind of a long week. Like I said, I was in the process of moving, so yeah, it's kind of a short episode this week. We just wanted to kind of get back with you guys, touch base. Overall, I mean, I'm looking forward to what the MCU is
wait,
bringing.
wait, 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 wait. Before you cut this short,
What's up? What's
you've
up?
heard some of my predictions. What are your
Oh
predictions?
yeah, I did. Yeah, true. See, like I'm slacking right
You
now.
see, this is why we're a team. You know, we back
Ex-
each other up.
exactly. Pick me up when I fall down. Um,
Exactly.
my predictions for Falcon and Winter Soldier, from just looking at the trailer a few times, I mean, obviously the MCU is great with their sarcasm, so I could definitely see a lot of like some great comedy moments between the two. Ultimately, I don't know. I'm having a hard time reading this one, just like I had a hard time reading WandaVision. Ultimately, I feel like we might get the original Captain America coming back in, making some
He
kind of cameo, maybe.
he signed up again. He signed his contract again.
That's what
He
I
he can,
know.
he
Yep.
can be Captain America at any point.
I got a feeling we're going to see him show his face at least once in this show, at least once. Whether
I
it's
have a feeling it's going to be in Doctor Strange. My prediction is, since the Avengers basically are no more,
basically,
uh, because Black Panther has passed away, Captain America is gone, Iron Man has passed away, the Hulk is now Professor Hulk with a messed up arm.
yeah,
He should have healed by now, but you know that's neither here nor there.
yeah.
So I think it's going to be um, the setup for Young Avengers to come in, to start over again. And I think Spider-Man is going to be the leader of the Young Avengers. My prediction.
I can see that. Um, I feel like as far as the like as far as where Marvel may go from the Avengers standpoint, I feel like the Eternals is going to kind of lead that pack as far as being like the Avengers kind of basically. But I guess we got to wait and see what they do with the Eternals because I feel like those characters can kind of lead the ship a little bit depending on what they do with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how they are on screen, how fans take to them and things like that because obviously Marvel is pretty good at reading the room when it comes to the fans. So if Eternals does well, we could definitely see those characters possibly lead the pack. Because at this point, I mean, who else is really going to lead the pack besides Spider Man? Honestly, you know, he can't do it by
Okay.
himself.
Who do you think the new Avengers team is going to be?
Thor, he's still around. He's not going anywhere. He's running around with the Guardians of the
The
Galaxy.
Guardians, yeah.
He's running around with the Guardians. So we got Thor. Hulk will still linger. I don't think his
The
role
new
will be.
Hawkeye or the old Hawkeye?
I don't know. I think we're gonna start off with the old one and then we'll get into the new one. Honestly,
Okay.
so that'll probably happen. Hawk will be in the background doing his little science thing.
Hawk?
Hulk.
Oh, Hulk. Okay.
Yeah, words. I'm sorry.
So I got to
um,
drop a quarter in for your Super Mario powers.
yeah, right. Um, who else? I think that's everybody, right? Everybody. I mean,
Okay, you
Scar.
want to hear my predictions?
Okay.
It's going to be Photon, which is Rambo. Spider-Man. It's going to be Wiccan and Speed, which is Scarlet Witch's children. Uh,
I forgot about them.
I think it's going to be Ant-Man's daughter. I forget what her name is. Her superhero name is.
Okay.
And who am I forgetting? Wiccan Speed. And I think it'll be either it'll be the new Captain America, which will either be Sam or it'll be Bucky.
Okay.
I think it should be Sam.
I think it should
I just
100% be Sam too. Yeah, honestly.
uh not it's not only the fact that it makes sense for him to be Captain America, he's more of a people person than Bucky.
Yeah.
So I can see him, cracking jokes and lifting people up while Bucky would just kind of kick somebody and go, do your job.
Or just punch him, like punch a hole in
Yeah,
their
yeah.
head. So
So
basically, we're kind of leaning into the Young Avengers territory, basically, kind of.
yeah, I think they're going to keep one or two older ones
Yeah.
just to make the transition, and then everyone else will be younger, for the exception of Photon, which is Rambo.
Now I have a quick question, side note, since we were kind of talking about Peter Parker earlier, Spider Man. Uh, he announced on social media or posted a video on social media of the actual name of the next Spider Man film. Was that just a troll move? Like, is that like a fake name, or was that the
No,
real
you're
name?
talking about that video with him and Mary J and
His other
his
friend.
his other friend
Yeah.
walking down the hallway. No, that's the name of it. Far From Home.
Wait, is it Far From Home or is it
I
no?
believe it's Far From Home.
No, Far From Home was the last film. Damn, what was
Is
the
it
other
Far
one?
From Home?
Yeah, Far From Home was the last film. I don't remember. Let me see. Yeah, Far From Home was the last one.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah, I think it's a weird title. They should get away from the home titles. I'm not feeling it.
No. You know, find out why? I kind of think it's going to lead to him being an Avenger. Understand? Because in the comics, at one point, people find out he's Peter Parker because he unmasks himself,
Yeah.
and Aunt May and everything have to live in Avenger Tower. So that's why there's no way home, because now he has to be an
Oh, you're
Avenger.
right. I
He has
forgot.
to be an Avenger, and he can never go back to Queens. He can never have his old life back. That's why I think it's going to be No Way Home.
Spoiler alert, chat. Yeah, it's yeah. That the end of that film, Far From Home, blew my mind when Mysterio came out and said, "Oh, Peter Parker is Spider-Man," and et cetera, et cetera. Like left that video on like the big screen around the entire town. Man, that blew my mind. I was like, "Holy crap!" And then they ended the film like that. I was like, "Dude, that was like one of the best endings Marvel has ever done." I freaking love that
Yeah.
film. It was amazing, and I think I forgot the guy Jake Gyllenhaal who played Mysterio. I loved his character. I really hope they find some way to bring him back. He played that character perfect. I fell in love with his character. I love it.
No, well, here's the thing. Did you know about all of his cohorts? You know, everyone who was in the Mysterio team,
Not
all of
really.
them,
Hmm.
all of them can be seen in the background of movies with in a scene with Iron Man or with the Ironmonger, the first bad guy.
Really?
Remember the first Iron Man movie, right? Where the Ironmonger was yelling at a scientist, "Well, how come you can't do this? Tony Stark did this in a cave in
Yeah,
the middle
yeah.
of the desert."
Oh, that yeah. The science
He was
guy.
he was the science guy. So
What?
all those guys, yeah, like Marvel fucking really they know what they're doing. Like you can see them in the background of all this stuff.
I
In
I
Iron Man 3, look, remember in Iron Man 1, the doctor he was with, he goes, "Oh, I met you once at a party."
Yes,
right?
yes,
And he
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
okay, in Iron Man 3, on the scene where he's walking to the elevator,
Yeah.
he meets the doctor. The doctor's there.
That is insane. Like what is it that Marvel does to sit here and like just think of things from like previous films to put it in future films and then vice like whoever is their stuff guy that does that, like you need to give that guy an award because the way they connect all these films, even without even thinking about it, it just happens. It just magically happens how they connect their
Yeah,
films like that. I just
yeah.
it's insane. It's mind blowing. It's freaking mind blowing.
The only character in the MCU that I'm really, really curious about and have no clue how they're going to push her forward is Black Panther's sister.
Yeah, I'm really curious what they're gonna do with that now because that's a really tricky situation with Black Panther not being here now, and it's like, what is Black Panther 2 going to be? Like, I think that's probably one of the biggest question marks in the MCU right now.
I think his sister is going to be the Ironheart.
Ironheart? What was Ironheart?
Yeah, there is a girl who reverse engineered Iron Man's suit, and she's a minority, but I don't remember which. I think she's mixed, like half black and half something else.
Yeah.
And she made her own Iron Man suit, reverse engineered it, and like built it out of like spare parts and scrap.
Wow.
And yeah, yeah, super interesting storyline. I think she might be the new Ironheart if she doesn't become the Black Panther. There's also precedents that she does become Black Panther in the comics.
I think it's almost like I think it's almost mandatory that she would have to become Black Panther at this point, especially from not even just from a comic book standpoint and us as fans looking at it through that lens, but just as a film standpoint for people who've seen that film. If they see Black Panther, I feel like having her take over that role is almost like it almost has to happen, honestly, because then at that point, what would be the point of having a Black Panther 2?
I
You
agree
know?
with you and I disagree with you. And the reason why I agree with you is yes, I feel like she should take the mantle. That's his sister, family tradition, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They no longer have the juice from the flower. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, because it was destroyed by Killmonger.
Right. One. And two, remember, she got dusted. So she's still the same goofy character who was yelling at her brother, "What are those?" looking at his shoes.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, so she's not mature enough for it, you know?
yeah. But then, I mean, I guess by the time we get the Black Panther film, she's gonna be a little older. Hopefully, she would have matured. They're gonna probably fit it in the storyline somewhere where they say that the original Black Panther died somehow, some way. Um, it's really gonna be interesting, man, to see what they do with that. I really hope they don't let that franchise just go because of his death. Um, selfishly. Um,
It's more
but
than selfishly. It's a simple fact is Black Panther, and again, I've never liked the comic book, but it is a cornerstone of the Marvel universe. They
yeah,
cannot let that character die because of its importance. It's like them having Spider-Man die, you know?
yeah.
It's a cornerstone of the universe. You can't let it go.
Yeah, I mean, look at a lot of the material that we have in the MCU right now. Freaking Bucky's arm is freaking made from vibranium that was made in Wakanda, and a lot of the materials that some of the heroes use come from Wakanda,
Yep.
basically. So it's like taking that part of the MCU out of there is taking a big chunk out of the MCU. Period.
A huge chunk.
You know what I mean? So it's just so interesting, man. Like I can't wait till we really start getting back into these MCU films again. I feel like obviously the United States is kind of opening up a little more now, especially with the COVID vaccines coming out.
Yeah.
A lot more,
Shuri, that's her name.
yeah. A lot more companies are opening up. Hell, WrestleMania, which is in like April, they're actually having people come back into the arena now. It's going to be small amounts, obviously. It's not going to be like full attendance, but that's a pretty big deal. They haven't had people in a wrestling arena or a sports arena since like last year, basically. So we're slowly but surely getting back to things, man. Hopefully, selfishly, we'll start getting these films coming back out in movie theaters. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, I feel selfish saying that, but at the same time, a lot of us, I think we need a good distraction. We need some kind of sense of normalcy, especially if it's just a movie. You know,
For me, it's I just want to go to Starbucks, man, and hang out with my friends in the parking lot.
I know it's like you go to Starbucks and you just gotta pull up in a drive-through and get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, true indeed, man. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, Los, do you have any recommendations you want to leave for the people before we get out of here today?
To watch Four Rooms. That movie is fucking
Yeah,
absolutely killer.
yeah,
And the Selma Hayek movie, which I forgot the name right now, and I just saw it too. Everly.
yeah, Everly. Okay, yeah,
To
I mean,
watch those two movies, absolutely killer movies.
yeah, I think I might have to watch Everly. I haven't seen that, and I'm actually gonna buy 4 rooms because now that you reminded me, I need to get it.
Yeah.
Um, so my recommendation is pretty much my same recommendation or the game that I was playing that I talked about earlier, Ghost Runner. Check it out. Like I said, it's a fast-paced first-person shooter. It's on PC, PS4, and Xbox. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. The platforming is challenging, but it's definitely a fun game, man, for sure. Once again, guys, this is episode 37 of JHouze Radio. Appreciate you guys stopping by.
In a row?
Huh?
In a row?
That is a what is it? Clerks? A Clerks reference?
Clerks. Clerks
Anybody
reference.
anybody who has watched Clerks probably know what Los is talking about. I'm pretty sure you guys get it. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure that if you guys are listening to us on your favorite podcast and streaming service, make sure you give us 5 stars or whatever stars you would like. Even if it's 1 star, it'll help us out. It'll help us get seen on the charts. And yeah, much appreciated. Wear your mask, be safe, hand sanitizer, all that good stuff. And if you decide to,
Get
your vaccine.
vaccinated. If you
Vaccinated.
can, get vaccinated.
For sure, man. For sure. Like, help us get back to the movie theater, damn it.
Yes.
All right, guys, that's gonna
Help
be
me go to Starbucks. Get vaccinated.
exactly. All right, guys. I will catch you later. Thanks for showing love. Peace out.
Later.